Hey guys, so today I'm doing Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox is a trans actress who is very, very mainstream. She was on Orange is the New Black. I started knowing about Laverne back when I Want to Work for Diddy was on the air and I was watching that. And she was one of the first trans women on TV, like on a reality show, you know what I mean? It was really major. So I wanted to do a little tribute to Laverne today. The hair is inspired by this. The makeup is inspired by this. I wanted to show a couple other photos here as I'm talking. You can kind of see maybe where I got the inspiration a bit. Laverne is a total icon in our community, and I should have done her sooner in the series, to be honest with you. I had her on my list for a while, and someone sent me a photo, and I was like, oh my God, that's what I need to do. I don't normally like to do two videos in a series back to back. I just had a trans icon series I did the other day, a trans icon video I did the other day, and I don't really like to do them back to back because I like to have variety and stuff, but I really, really wanted to do this because I truly love Laverne Cox, and I think that she is hugely underrated in our community. But yeah, I just wanted to do this. And Laverne, if you ever see this, I hope you know that we love you. I love you. And thank you so much for being such a positive role model for us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi, everyone. So I am going in with the Dior 64630 Montaigne palette. It is honestly super simple colors, but I'm using the medium tone brown first all over the crease, and then the darker brown on the like the definitive crease, whereas I'm using the medium brown kind of as a blending color. And then for the Sheglam Afterglow palette, I'm using the fourth color over. So the fourth column, first row, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a neutral brown. They don't have names of them though, so it kind of irritated me. But I'm using that just to kind of warm up the look. And then I'm using the darker brown that's in that palette, the dark matte brown, to smoke out the outer edge a bit more, define the crease a bit more, because in the photo, Laverne did have a beautiful defined crease and then a very clean lid, but it was not a cut crease, so that's kind of what I was going for. And I was using the dark matte brown for blending out the liner as well. I did use I've used this before for a smoky eyeshadow look, but like a black smoky eyeshadow look, but I used the P. Louise Feedblack eye paint as my eyeliner, and honestly, like, I was really, really happy with it. It blended out beautifully when I started to put shadow over top of it. It was totally effortless. So yeah, I was really happy with that. So I've used that medium brown color in the lid, or on the in the crease, as like a blending all over blend color. The darker brown in the Dior palette just in the crease. That's a hand-me-down from my mom, by the way. I would never spend that much money on eyeshadow. That's fucking outrageous. So yeah, just so you know. And then that Sheglam palette, I believe I'm using that now just to go over and further blend out that dark brown from the Dior. To be totally honest with you, you could totally get away with doing this look with just the Sheglam palette. I wanted to kind of play around with the Dior shadows, and, you know, they're okay. They're nothing crazy. So yeah, that's kind of my situation there. Like, I might use it again, but don't expect me to use it too much, kind of thing, you know? I did use the beige on my lid from the Dior palette, and which is honestly just like a regular beige color, a regular, kind of a bit lighter than my skin color, which is what Laverne had. And I used a bit of my Shivering White MAC Studio Fix powder on the inner just for a nice matte white highlight. For eyeliner and everything, it was very simple. I just went ahead and did black on the upper and then black in the waterline. Very simple, like I said. So there I am using the Shivering White powder. And then just further blending everything. And then one final time, putting the beige on my lid. The look that I was inspired by was very, very soft and elegant. There was nothing harsh to the look. So that's kind of what I wanted to strive for. That's that Feedblack. I really liked it. And also I have this thing where the inner corner of my eyes always smudges my liner. Like I tend to not put eyeliner there, but this did not smudge at all. So I think I'm going to play around with it a bit more, trying that out. But I really, really enjoyed it. And then I used like a really, really tight pencil, like a packed, dense pencil brush to blend out that with the dark brown in the Afterglow palette. I did also use, my lashes were a little over the top, and that was not something that Laverne had on in the photo. Like her lashes were dramatic, but they were not like off the wall dramatic, which is what I had on. And I don't really have any lashes that are like dramatic because I usually stack them all to make them like super crazy. So anyway, that's what I was working with. I would maybe do something that's like buy a lash that's meant for being dramatic, but don't stack it with anything. Don't make it look like a barcode on your eye, which is honestly, like, look at that. That's a barcode on my eye, which is honestly the look I go for. And that's fine, but that's just not the look that Laverne had. But I couldn't not put a lash on, so I had to put a lash on. So anyway, we're done with that conversation. To set the face, I used the Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydra-Charged Complexion Prep Priming Spray. I really do think that these companies are getting overzealous with their descriptions. You don't need to do all that. But that's besides the point. And then I did my usual base, which is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, Kimchi Chic, a really good foundation, and then Kimchi Chic, the most concealer. By the way, I would not repurchase the Urban Decay Prep Priming Spray. It's just not my thing, to be honest with you. I don't find that it does much. I prefer more of a pore filling situation, but I found that the priming spray from Urban Decay did give a nice slip to the skin, and I will use it, but I won't repurchase it. It is a sample, so it's not that I purchased it in the first place, let's be real, but you get what I'm saying. And then, same as before, I used the P. Louise Skinny Brow Pencil, 100% not needed. You can get yourself a L'Oreal Skinny Brow Pencil from the drugstore. It works the exact same as the P. Louise one. For powder, I used the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Loose Powder. And set in certain areas where I wanted additional coverage with the MAC Studio Fix Powder. For the blush, I used the middle right color in the Pixie and Hello Kitty Charming Glow Chrome Glow palette. Sorry for the little cut there in the voiceover. I forgot what the word blush was, so I had to think about it for a second. So there I'm doing my usual highlighting. You guys know, if you're new here, you don't know, but I really like a nice bright under eye when I'm doing my makeup. So that's why I use the Kimchi Chic the most concealer. I use the white color. For the black liner, I use the Made by Mitchell Blacktrack All Smudge, No Budge pencil. Really like that. Love the Made by Mitchell pencils. I do think he has a lot of really good products, but they stopped shipping to Canada or something because I haven't been able to order. So that pisses me, but shit happens. Maybe I can get like one of those forwarding services if I ever want to get something of his, but if you guys go on his Instagram, like every post they make, I'm like, shipping to Canada yet? They're probably like, fuck off. And then I used the Soul Body Bronzing Balm. I really like this. I think it'll go a really long way too because I've hardly even dented it. And I use it quite frequently. It's like a perfect color for me, and I'm just really in love with it. And then over top of that, I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Of course, that's after like setting and everything like that. This goes on prior to using loose powder and any type of powder products. And then after I've done loose powder and my regular Studio Fix powder all over just for additional coverage, then I will go ahead and use the Juvia's Place I Am Magic. Nope. Cut that. Reverse it. Scratch it. I will use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer after all that. So yeah. And then for the highlighter, I did my usual Colourpop Flexetarian and Danessa Myricks Enlight Halo in Ice. I did want to mention, I wanted to put this out there. If anyone has a dupe for the NYX Shine Loud lip color in the color Fierce Flirt, please let me know. Those are beautiful, and the color is beautiful, and I really want to get one that is similar, but it's so sticky. I don't think I'll ever actually use the Shine Loud lip color ever again. It was so sticky that when I held my lips together, they were like, felt like it was pulling apart, and it gave really, really bad texture to my lips. So I put over top of it the Buxom Berry Bramble Full-On Lip Cream, and I really loved that. That color is beautiful. During my live stream, I ended up taking off the NYX liquid lipstick situation and just wore the Buxom Berry Bramble, and it was really pretty. I got a lot of compliments on it. I wanted a berry color for Laverne because it looks to me like that's kind of what she goes for the most, at least in my opinion. But yeah, so that's setting all over. What I do is I set all over, and then I'll go back and I'll actually run my fingers over my face to make sure that there's no tacky spots. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm just using that in my usual places. Like I kind of stick to the same base routine all the time. Like, because when I find something I like, I just stick to it. So yeah, like I can't really say much about my base routine because I change like eyeshadow palettes and stuff, but like I use mostly the same stuff all the time. I'm using the Benefit They're Real Magnetic Mascara on the bottom lashes, and then I'm going back through with the Jeffree Star and Morphe eyebrow spoolie or whatever it's called, and just going over and separating the bottom lashes with that. But honestly, you can use any eyebrow spoolie, like any will do. You just want to separate those lashes. And this is where I'm using the Pixie and Hello Kitty Charming Glow Chrome Glow palette. I love the orange color that's in there. I used a fluffier brush, and I didn't really like the pigment that was coming off. Like, it was too sheer. I wanted something with a bit more of a punch, so I used more of a dense flat brush. Something you would use for like a liquid foundation. That's what I use if I want to have, like, if I'm using a blush product that is a little more sheer than, like, say, the Juvia's Place blushes, which are very, very impactful in their color, which I love. I just love the color of the Pixie and Hello Kitty palette. So that's Flexetarian. Then we're going over it with the Danessa Myricks Enlight Halo in Ice. You guys know I love to shine. Love to have the shine going. For the hair, I also wanted to mention, I just curled it and leave the ends straight, and I was happy with how that looked. I saw some photos of Laverne with that type of hair, so I was really happy with that I was really happy with how that turned out. It was really pretty, I think, and it looked similar to some of the looks she has. Obviously, she switches her hair a lot, but she's always got like this beautiful blondie tone. You know, I live for a blonde. So this is that NYX Fierce Flirt Lip Shine, and my lips were fucking murked after. Not only did it like not come off, but it was just sticky as a motherfucker. And you'll see me press my lips together and have them stick in just a second here. There we are. Didn't like that. But then I went over, like I said, with the Buxom and really love that color. My mom I think the Buxom product, the lip gloss, is her favorite. So I actually also inherited this from her. This was not a color she would wear, and she got it in a gift set for Christmas, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I am not about following the expiration date on makeup unless you are a makeup artist, and I do not work as one anymore. I'm retired, so yeah, I use it on myself. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye!